We are less than a week away from this summer's Pokemon Go Fest, and recently, Pokeminers uncovered some new leaks of what we can expect in this year's Go Fest with a recent data mine that was completed. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at what was uncovered, and spoiler alert, there's some pretty exciting things coming this week in Go Fest. If you are considering attending Pokemon Go Fest and you want to do it unencumbered with leaks and spoilers and things of that sort, here's your spoiler alert warning. Proceed to the end of the video. Check out some links to some additional videos here on the channel that may be of more interest. If, however, you want to attend Go Fest as prepared as possible, knowing everything that we might have to look forward to, then stick around. This video is for you. I will say this, it is very exciting what was uncovered. You definitely want to consider, if you have not made the decision already, to purchase that ticket for Go Fest, because this is going to be a very important addition to your Pokemon roster, I think. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, trainers. My name is Oro Chris. I am your catching coach. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. We do appreciate you stopping out. If you are interested in Pokemon Go, competitive PvP, and basically anything Pokemon related, consider subscribing. Now, as far as the recent data mine is concerned and some of the leaks that have been uncovered, one of the first things that we need to discuss is the prospect of a new addition to the user interface for the game. The UI is going to be including something called a challenge hub. And in the hub, it's going to be giving you information about your contributions to particular competitions. As in years past with Pokemon Go Fest, there are competitions throughout the course of the event. There are global challenges amongst trainers worldwide to unlock certain bonuses, certain event spawns, and things of that sort. The Challenge Hub is going to be including some of those particular aspects of that competition. Things like what your particular score is, your score in reference to your friends list, inviting you to invite your friends to participate in some of these competitions and challenges and things of that sort. This is particularly exciting because it coincides with the release of remote raid invitations. As you may know, recently into the game there was the addition of remote raid invitations. You can invite your friends if you're in a raid lobby waiting for the raid to start. You can invite friends on your friends list, and this is one more way to promote those social interactions within your in-game friends. In addition to Challenge Hub, there are going to be challenge quests. Things like how many raspberries have you used, how many golden raz and things of that sort, and nabberries. All sorts of particular challenges are included in the Game Master files that were uncovered. And as we had recently where there was that competition for skill-based challenges, if you could reach that excellent throw bonus for 50 different throws during the Go Fest challenge that we had about a week or so ago. Similarly, they're going to be having challenges for types of excellent throws, curveballs, and things of that sort. What types of Pokemon are you catching? As we are aware, during Go Fest, there's going to be rotating Pokemon habitats. Currently, we know that there's going to be fire, grass, water, friendship, and battles. And currently, we can see that in the Game Master files, there's going to be things like how many fire-type Pokemon have you caught, how many water types, how many battles have you undertaken with a team leader. So these are going to be things to track your progress during each of those rotating habitats during the weekend. Now, one aspect that is particularly interesting is that there was uncovered translations for specific cities around the world. And if we click on this paste bin link, we can see some of the cities that have been included. These are going to be in either a challenge hub, some way to track particular competition amongst the other trainers in this particular area, or to see sort of a leaderboard. How many Pokemon have you caught in relationship to other Pokemon trainers in the, for example, Columbus area. So that'll be particularly exciting to see how do you as a Pokemon trainer stack up against other trainers in your local area. Now, there's no spoiler here. In all the promotional materials, there has been some aspect of the Team Go Rocket balloon featured someplace, typically in the background, trying to hide it from us, but it's been present in all of the promotional materials for GoFest up to this point. And as we can see, the special research for Rocket Straight to Victory is going to be included in this weekend's Pokemon Go Fest. Now, there are two ways that we can construe what Rocket Straight to Victory might mean as far as special research is concerned. As you may recall, during the Pokemon Presents, I'll put a link up to the discussion of that here on the channel We had a video about that a couple of weeks ago. During the Pokemon Presents, there was discussion about the release of Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Go, and then particularly with GoFest, the release of a mythical Pokemon, Victini. Now, Victini is known as the Victory Pokemon, so we've got Rocket straight to Victory, Victory for Victini, as well as Rocket, Team Go Rocket. We can assume that this is in some way tied into Team Go Rocket, as well as potentially the release of the mythical Pokemon Victini. And we do know that as far as the special research is concerned, there's going to be the rotating habitats and some special research on Saturday, and then there's going to be some, what they've called some other kind of special research, something unique that they've been a little bit more cryptic about. We don't have a lot of details. I'm assuming, given the description of this event, that this is probably going to be the special research on Saturday, and then Sunday will be something a little bit different that will not fit into the typical mold for mythical special research as we've had in the years past. 2 years ago, we had Celebi released at GoFest in 2018, and then in 2019, we had Jirachi. I think this is going to be something probably more in line with that on Saturday, and then Sunday's different experience is probably going to be something more geared towards potentially Team Go Rocket. Now, as far as some of the Team Go Rocket quest dialogues are concerned, we do see that the Team Go Rocket leaders are going to be using the legendary birds. Now, this doesn't say specifically that we're going to be given the opportunity to encounter those legendary birds, but it would be awesome to have a second Shadow Legendary, particularly for those of us that had already purified our Shadow Articuno before we knew how important the Shadow bonus was going to be. I purified mine because I had, at a purified level, good IVs for the Ultra League. Been rocking it there, but it'd be nice to be able to get another Shadow Articuno to test out now that we know about things like the Shadow bonus. So we do know that the Team Go Rocket leaders will be using legendary birds during these battles. That either could just mean that we're attempting to promote these battles being a little bit more difficult, or it could mean that we'll have an opportunity to encounter another set of Shadow legendaries this year at GoFest. Now, probably the most exciting aspect of the data mine of what was uncovered is some dialogue involving Giovanni. And as we can see, players, you did it. You defeated Giovanni, and he appears to be retreating. Who would have thought that he could even turn Mewtwo into a Shadow Pokemon? That's right, Mewtwo as a Shadow Pokemon, having an opportunity, one, to battle a Pokemon as OP as Shadow Mewtwo would likely be, but more importantly, the opportunity to have an encounter with and capture Shadow Mewtwo. That is going to be very exciting for this week's GoFest. Now, as you know, the Shadow Pokemon, they have a 20% boost to their attacking power, but there's no such thing as a free lunch. There is a roughly, it's close to 20%. It ends up being, because of how the formula works out, about a 17% reduction in their defenses. So imagine the highest DPS Pokemon in the game, Mewtwo with Psystrike. Adding that in with a Shadow bonus, that is just going to be a phenomenal addition to any Pokemon trainer's Pokemon roster. And because Mewtwo is already so attack weighted, regular Mewtwo does not do well. 1 CP capped, he doesn't fit into the Great League, and because of his attack weighting, he doesn't do particularly well in the Ultra League. Armored Mewtwo that has a lower attack stat and a higher defense and HP ratio to attack. Armored Mewtwo does do very well in the Ultra League, but a Shadow Mewtwo only really needing 1 to max out, either for raids and then is also for PvP in the Master League. That is definitely going to be a great addition to your roster. So if you've not made the decision to purchase your ticket yet for GoFest, in years past, like with Celebi and with Jirachi, there was the release of these mythical Pokemon at GoFest. Those that bought the ticket, that attended the event, were given an opportunity to encounter those Pokemon, have them and make use of them for a month or two early, and then the full trainer base was able to have that special research to gain an encounter with those mythical Pokemon about a month or two after GoFest had concluded. It's uncertain whether or not Shadow Mewtwo is going to be treated the same, but 2 months without a Shadow Mewtwo, especially if Master League PvP rolls around during that period of time, definitely going to be something you're going to want to consider adding, even without that frustration move being TM'd away, because we would need to have a Team Go Rocket event to make use of that. even with only one move, Psystrike is going to be a very lethal move, especially on a Pokemon as attack weighted as a Shadow Mewtwo would be. So definitely something to consider. If you've not already made that decision, it might be time to purchase that ticket and bite the bullet to get something like that. And the release of Shadow Mewtwo does coincide with some additional information that the Pokeminers did uncover. Recently, assets for Shadow Mewtwo were found in a recent Game Master push, so that is something that we can definitely anticipate this being introduced in some capacity at this weekend's GoFest. So as you can see, some very exciting things coming this weekend to GoFest. The addition of another legendary Pokemon, something as meta-relevant as Mewtwo, in a shadow form. That is definitely something you're going to add to your Pokemon roster. We'll be covering in a separate video some tips, tricks, things to potentially consider as far as preparation is concerned for GoFest, so be sure to keep your eyes out for that. But until next time, happy catching.